This is City Council Rewind, and with City Manager Michael Spurgeon, I am Aaron McColloch, Director of Communications for the city. Mr. Spurgeon, thank you for your time.
Absolutely. Glad to be here, Aaron.
So I wanted to start off with an agenda item that didn't get any discussion on Monday night, July 31st, and this is the Pedestrian and Bicycle Improvements Project. The reason why I didn't get any discussion is because it was on consent, and there's typically a batch approval of consent items. But I thought this was a really interesting project that really speaks to a lot of what we're doing as far as walkability, connectivity. What are your thoughts on this project?
2 words, super excited. The City Council awarded a contract for consulting services to basically design a new stretch of connectivity and 2 related signals to protect the pedestrians or bikers as they travel from the north or south, whichever way they're going. But essentially, you hit the nail on the head, Aaron, is that the council believes, as well as I do, is that connectivity is extremely important. That's why you see us all over town trying to connect sidewalks that don't connect. Also trying to make sure developers that are building they connect those sidewalks so people can walk safely. And this is just another great project for our community to be able to connect the north to the south or vice versa, depending on how you travel.
So this is going to be over by New Orleans Square. It's going to be west of New Orleans Square. Basically, it's going to start this new trail off of New Orleans. It's going to head south down Oak Avenue. It's going to cross Florence and continue on to, do we say Miami Street or do we say Miami Street?
Well, having been the city manager for 10 years, many years ago, it's Miami.
And having spent 2 years at NEO, I'm with you. I go with Miami as well, too. But there's going to be a hawk beacon signal right there on Florence where it crosses. And for people who don't understand, this is going to be kind of like what we see on Florence by Aspen Creek, over by Stony Creek. These are those nice pedestrian signals that allow people to cross. Then there will be another pedestrian signal that's going to be just further to the east off of Ash Avenue as well, and that's on an existing trail. And then finally, there's going to be another new trail that's going to go just to the east of New Orleans Square, off New Orleans to First Place, right there by Broken Arrow Freshman Academy, which is going to be really great for those students who are walking to and from school every day.
It is. As I mentioned, the goal all along has been for the city to create an opportunity for people to actually get from the north part of our town or south, depending on what you're going. And actually, if you're going from north to south, you'll be able to pick up the trails that we have along the Creek Turnpike. Actually, could lead you all the way down to downtown Tulsa, and to provide folks that have that connectivity. And we know biking is becoming very, very popular, and we have a lot of people that actually take the trail that come into the Rose District on their bicycles from Tulsa using those trails. And so we hear all the time from residents about the importance of connectivity, and I couldn't be happier that we've started that process, and this will be a partnership with the state to provide the funding eventually for these improvements.
I'm glad you brought that up, because that is the next step, is for us, the city, and Oklahoma Department of Transportation to select a consultant to begin the design and the construction of this. Total cost is a little more than $1 million, and this is another great example of city employees going above and beyond and getting a grant, a TAP grant, Transportation Alternative Program grant, in the sum of about $760,000. So the city's on the hook for about $255,000. I know that you're pleased with the city employees being able to go out and find those monies.
Well, I hear all the time from residents that they want to make sure one of the things we do as a city is our due diligence to try to bring back as much federal dollars or state dollars, if they're available, back to our community. Well, to do that, in many cases, you have to have a match. And so we were able to provide the matching funds. So this is a federal grant, and we're partnering with the Department of Transportation on this, just like we will eventually be on the improvements that we're going to be making to Lynn Lane and Highway 51 for traffic. So it is a great partnership, and it's bringing federal dollars back to our community. You know, there are a lot of people that bike, there are a lot of people that walk, there are some people that don't, and so in order to have a quality community or have a great quality of life, trails, bike paths, walking path is a key critical element.
Great. Fantastic. Keep an eye out for it. We got to design first, and then construction will happen. And so it's going to be a little bit down the road before that happens.
Thank you for watching. This is a production of the City of Broken Arrow, the city where opportunity lives.